Hello friends at home. In this video, I will be going over today's religion test with you. Here in the classroom, we are all ready to go. The kids have their tests set up on their desks. Their privacy shields are up. And at home, you should have your test out in front of you. The first thing I do is always the same. I take out my pencil and write down my name. So on that line, please write down your name. Try your best to use the lines to help you form your letters, okay? Don't just try to squeeze your letters in. See how I'm really using those lines to help form my letters? You should try to do the same. Also, remember to make sure that your first letters are uppercase because they're proper nouns. They are our names, so they should be uppercase. And then the rest of your letters should be lowercase. So make sure you're doing a nice job writing your name, okay? All right, so for this first part, it says draw a line to connect each word with its meaning. So on this side, by the numbers, we have different words: prayer, praise, church, and Gloria. And then over on this side, we have all of the meanings of those words. And what we're going to do is draw lines to connect the words to their meanings. Now, I have found that it's easier if I read you the meaning and then you draw a line to connect it to its word, rather than reading you the word and having you have to decide which meaning, okay? So what I'm going to do is start here on this side, and you will connect this side to the word over here that it's talking about. Thumbs up if you understand what I mean. Awesome. Okay, so this first sentence here says, Mateo, is that you humming, sweetheart? We're not humming right now, okay? We've got to be very quiet during a test. So this first sentence says, a place where we come together to pray. So now I'm going to read you these words, and you need to decide which of these words is a place where we come together to pray. Do we come together to pray at prayer? Do we come together to pray at praise? Do we come together to pray at church? Or do we come together to pray at Gloria? So choose your answer and then draw a line from this dot and try to keep your line as straight as you can when you're connecting to whatever answer you choose. Okay, try not to stop at Taco Bell and Tim Hortons and all that along the way. Okay, just a nice straight line. No going around the corner, stopping by your best friend's house to have a snack, stopping at the movie theater. No, just go straight to your answer. All right. The second meaning says, a prayer we sing at Mass. So now I will read you these choices again, and you will connect this second sentence to which one is a prayer that we sing at Mass. Is the prayer we sing at Mass called prayer? Is the prayer we sing at Mass called praise? Is the prayer we sing at Mass called church? Or is the prayer we sing at Mass called the Gloria? Whatever you think it is, draw your line from this side over here to whichever one you think it is over here. Eyes on your own paper, please. All right. The next meaning says, listening to and talking to God. So when you're listening to God and you're talking to Him, is that prayer? Is that praise, church, or Gloria? When you listen and talk to God, what do we call that? Prayer, praise, church, or Gloria? Remember, nice straight lines, no stopping at Dairy Queen for that delicious chocolate ice cream cone. All right, now you should only have one choice left. This last one should be a gimme, but I'm going to read it anyway because we should always make sure that it makes sense, okay? So our last one says, a kind of prayer that celebrates God's goodness. Is a prayer that celebrates God's goodness a prayer? Is it praise? Is it church? Or is it Gloria, which is a prayer that celebrates God's goodness? Isaac, you need to sit down right now, darling. We're not walking around the room during a test. Have a seat, please. We'll take bathroom breaks later, but right now we're in the middle of a test, okay? All right, now boys and girls, down at the bottom of this page, we're going to do some writing and drawing. But before I give you time to do that, let's flip the paper over and let's complete this other side with my guidance. That way, when it's time for drawing, you can take as much time as you need to get those pictures drawn, okay? So on this side of the paper, it says circle the words that best complete the sentences. So for each of these, we'll have two choices. You should only circle one of them. On the last test, a couple of you had circled two answers for one question. If you circle one and then you change your mind and circle the other, make sure you either cross off or erase the first one. Because if you have them both circled, I have to mark it wrong. Even if you got it wrong and then you changed it to the right answer, if you don't erase or cross off the wrong answer, I don't know what you were trying to show me, okay? All right, so number 1 says, God told blank to help the Hebrew slaves. Did God tell Miriam to lead the Hebrew slaves out of slavery? Or did he tell Moses? If you think it's Miriam, circle this word. If you think it's Moses, circle this word. But only choose one, Miriam or Moses. Number 2 says, Moses began to lead the Hebrews to blank. Was he leading them to a new land? Or was he leading them to an old house? When Moses led the Hebrew people, was he taking them to a new land? Or was he taking them to an old house? Number 3 says, when the Hebrews came to the blank, God swept the water away. What was the name of that water they came to? Was it the Yellow River or was it the Red Sea? Remember we talked about it, the water wasn't really this color. It was just the name of the body of water. Was it the Yellow River or the Red Sea? Remember we talked about how he parted the waters and the Hebrews were able to walk through to safety, and then the waters closed up and all of the Egyptian army was washed away, so they were saved. All right, number 4 says, the people crossed blank. Did they cross on dry land or did they cross in boats? So they get to this water, they need to get through. The army's coming after them. Were they able to cross through that body of water on dry land? Or did they go on boats? What's the matter? Okay, if it's an emergency, yes, but we normally don't go in the middle of a test, okay? All right. Number 5 says, the Hebrews praised God for blank them. Did they praise God for saving them or for leaving them? For saving them or for leaving them? And when you're finished circling all your answers on this page, turn it back over so I can explain to you what you're going to do on this bottom part, okay? So on this bottom part, it says, draw a time that you can pray. So in this first box, you're going to draw a time that you can pray. Nighttime, daytime, afternoon time, morning time. What time can you pray? And then this side, you're going to draw a place that you can pray. So on this side, what time can you pray? And on this side, what place can you pray? Okay? Take your time and do some nice drawings on these. I'll let you take as much time as you need to get them done. Friends at home, when you are finished, make sure you take a picture of both sides of this and send it to me. Friends in the classroom, as soon as you are done, it goes in the green basket. Okay? Bye, friends at home.